Hey, what up YouTube? It's me, Theo from Insane Dragon Ball. I've been nominated by a fellow collector friend, Katie Bowes, that I've met on Instagram and has her own YouTube channel. So she's nominated me to do the Ultra Applesauce Pick 3 challenge. Alright? So thanks so much Katie for nominating me. You can find Katie on Instagram at Katie Bowes and right here on YouTube. I'll links in the description below. So Katie has an amazing pop vinyl collection, one of the best I've ever seen, and heavily featuring Batman and a lot of DC Comics villains as well. It is awesome to see, and it is so breathtaking. I like it, so check her out, definitely. And she's a local Brisbane girl, just like me, except I'm not a girl. Stupid, right? Stupid. Anyway, so the criteria for this challenge is a pick 3. So 1, most valuable item in my collection, 2, most sentimental item in my collection, and 3 is a wild card. Alright, so let's get in it. I'm very excited about this. Alright, so for my most valuable item in my collection, you know, most valuable is hard. I guess if it's most valuable, I get, like, it translates to what's worth the most money. And, you know, it's a hard pick, but right down here, I've got it here. I've had this piece in my collection for about 5 years now, which is the Mark 43 from Age of Ultron, Mark 43 Iron Man Hot Toys collectible, which is fully die cast, which is really super dope with a cool Ultron Mark 1 there, and it's fully posable. Everything lights up on it. The eyes light up, the chest arc reactor lights up, the hands light up. There's a lot of cool accessories. Basically, in this head here, we've got the Tony Stark portrait right there. If we can have a look at that. Look at that. That is freaking awesome. On point for that portrait. So awesomely cool. And there is an alternate head sculpt it also comes with. Well, not head sculpt, helmet. There you go. With the, see the LED eyes, I've already got them lit up on this one, which is super duper cool. And paint applications are awesome. If you have a look closely, there's like a really dope weather effect on the armor itself. So basically, this is the perfected version of the Mark 42, which featured Iron Man 3. And this is combat ready. The Iron Man, you know, the Mark 42 and Iron Man 3 wasn't combat ready, so that's why it was pretty funny. He had to deal with that suit for pretty much the length of the movie. But basically, I had a look online recently. You can't get them anymore, obviously, because they've been out of production for so long. Hot Toys only make a certain amount, and I can't find any under like $700. So they're going between 700 to 1,000 right now, which is more now than what I paid for it, so it was a good investment. But I'll probably, you know, won't sell it. But never say never, right? You know, if someone offered me $1 million, like, yeah, I'll sell you my Mark 43. Which is probably the last Iron Man figure that I actually bought. You know, I was really crazy about Iron Man, and I was gonna like buy all the marks, like all the way up to 50, or like, you know, all that sort of stuff. And my favorite Iron Man suit was the Hulkbuster suit from that movie Age of Ultron, Veronica, and never got around to getting it. But you know, if I did, I would have paid like probably, I think it was retail for about $2,600. It was something ridiculous like that. But you could fit that Iron Man inside Veronica. Like, it's pretty dope. All right, so next I'll go with my most sentimental. So for my most sentimental piece in this pick 3 is, you've seen on my channel before, but I'll show it to you all again. My first ever action figure, my Batman figure. Super dope. Obviously, yeah, I lost the cape. I got this when I was 5 years old. My godmother gave this to me for my 5th birthday. It came in a double set. So it came with Batman and Superman. They both had the capes. I've lost Superman. I lost him when I was a kid. I've lost the cape. It came with a comic, Batman and Superman vs. Lex Luthor. I lost the comic, but this is what I have left. But this, I consider this my first ever action figure, and I've kept it all these years. And I even said on my previous video, where's the, oh yeah, DC Comics 1996, which is when I was 5. But yeah, it's pretty cool. If we have a look there, Yeah. Nice little sculpt details, for action figures back then. But I loved Batman when I was a kid. Loved Batman and Spider-Man. It was very cool. So a lot of fun memories, like probably launched my love of action figures, which is super duper and super special. Awesome. All right, so the wild card's coming up next. Okay, so my wild card. Now this one has a lot of sentimental value to me, and reason why I picked it. Obviously, I like Batman as well. I'm not just in a Marvel or DBZ, and I want to point out that none of these three Applesauce pick, none of them are DBZ. I guess I don't own anything valuable enough to make it to that tier level that Iron Man was, but I will one day maybe. All right, so when my wife and I were first dating, in our first year together for Christmas, she bought me this. So this is the DC Direct 1/6 scale Heath Ledger's Joker, which I was in love with Heath Ledger's performance. I was in love with the character. So original packaging, I've never opened it. And wow, what a sight. This was me on Christmas Day that year. I was just like, man, this is so cool. I never knew anything like this could have existed. I wasn't a collector then. And this is probably my first, big collectible, like adult collectible, you could call it, which sort of started my collection, each year after year. But basically this one sits in the display cabinet and it's never been opened. As you can see, you've got the full suit there, the three-piece suit with the vest, the pants, like he's even got laces on his shoes, which is so cool. And the playing cards, you got the knives over there, the bank robbing mask, the gun and the magazine, and the different gloved hands there. But this was great. I thought this was the greatest thing. This is before I even heard of Hot Toys, but I think they got the likeness okay. It's not as good as it could be. It's DC Direct, not Hot Toys. And I did end up later getting a DC Direct, Christian Bale Batman to go with this one, but it just wasn't that great. I ended up selling it again, That's what you do. If you buy something, you don't end up liking it, you just flip it for something else, And I guess that's a dilemma a lot of people have when they collect things as to what they keep, and you run out of space. You've put all your money into what you see around here, and there are a couple of pops, probably around here, these Icarus pops that I probably shouldn't have even bought, but it is a sentimental character to me because I loved Our Real Monsters when I was a kid. But basically, I'm very picky when it comes to pops. I don't just go and buy them for the sake of it. They have to mean something to me. The amount of Dragon Ball pops they've released lately and are continuing to release is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I'm not buying the ones that don't matter. There's a Bulma with, the big frizzy hair after she comes back from Planet Namek. I don't deem that, why would I need that in my collection, Just to say that, yeah, I have it. Because Funko wanted my money so bad they just came out with it. Anyway, that is my top three. So my most valuable, my most sentimental, and my wild card. And I'm very thankful to have them in my collection, especially that wild card from my wife, which I treasure a lot. Alright guys, so thanks again to Katie Bowes for nominating me for this video. Check her out on your Instagram and her YouTube, and if you haven't, please like, comment, subscribe. Check me out on Instagram at @InsaneDragonBall, and I would also like to nominate my good buddy Mike and Katie at Cup of Rad, and I'd love to see your pick 3 for this Applesauce video. Alright, cool. So I'm gonna go now, so that's it from me. I'll see you next time, and remember, stay super. Bye.